How would you say you're adapting to Belgrade, to Coach Obradović system, although you've had the experience with it?
I think I'm adapting all right. Coach is coach. I remember pretty much all the plays and schemes and what he wants, so it's not really hard. I haven't done much in Belgrade. I haven't got to see the city or anything. You know, we've been traveling and then we have practice, and so I'm tired. I'm a homebody, so I like to be at home on FaceTime with my family and stuff like that.
Okay, so you said that you remember some plays and some things that coach insists on. So what would you say, like, to somebody who has never had a chance to work with such a famous coach? Like, what is the thing that makes him so successful?
Just like his character. I feel like his character. It's how he is on the court. He demands a lot out of you, and you have to be on your A game at practice, during the games. Just thinking the game, thinking about basketball, and you just gotta love it. You really gotta love it.
Right. So you have like a huge experience playing in different leagues, playing in the U.S., playing in Europe. So like you're probably one of the players who was most like between on the both sides of the ocean, like playing both in EuroLeague and in the NBA. So what would you say is the biggest difference between the NBA and EuroLeague, and also China, right?
Although I played China for a little bit.
Yeah.
Between NBA and Europe, I think it's harder to score in Europe for sure. The court's more open, different rules in the NBA. So I think the game is more physical in Europe. It's more like of a scheme. You have to go by the game plan. NBA is like, it's a game plan, but it's more free and open style of play.
What would you say like suits you better, suits your style better?
Man, I never really got a chance in the NBA. Honestly, I never got like a chance to play like, okay, you're gonna play 40 games, you're gonna get 20 minutes a game. I never got that chance, but I feel like if I had that chance, I would have killed it, because I feel like I can play anywhere. I can shoot at a high level, so you can shoot.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So.
Most definitely. I wanted to ask you. You played. I looked it up. I think 73 games in EuroLeague, and you are basically on 50-50-90, right? Like.
Yes.
That's incredible, right? So what would you say? Like what is the best? The quality that makes you such a sharpshooter.
First, I'm a hooper. That's it. Like, I'm a hooper. I don't feel like I have a position. I can play multiple positions. I just like being on the court, like feeling a part of the game, and I wouldn't call myself a shooter, but I shoot better than the people they call shooters. So it's weird to me, but I don't feel like I'm just a shooter.
Right.
Running off screens. I don't need 30 screens to score.
Right. You can create your own shot.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Post. So it's just for me, it's different. People can call me a shooter. That's cool, and that's fine. But in my opinion, I'm a hooper.
Excellent. What would you say is the biggest similarity between like the Fener and Partizan now? Although you've only started the season, but like the pressure is pretty big, right? So what would you like? Do you feel the same kind of pressure to yourself?
Man, there's like no. Even when I was in Fener, there was like no pressure. You just you just knew your teammates. You have good teammates. You have a great coaching staff. So it's like practice. I think practices were harder than the games, honestly. So I don't think basketball is really pressure. Honestly,
right.
Basketball is not pressure. Basketball is fun. It can be stressful at times, but I don't feel like there's pressure. You do what you're supposed to do, and the chips fall where they may. That's it. You play hard, and you win some, you lose some, but I don't think there's pressure.
Okay, thanks. And just one thing. So what was the key that made you come to Partizan, that made you choose Partizan? Was it like a former associate of yours, right, that is here, or the coach Obradović?
I've heard so many good things from a lot of former teammates about Partizan and in Belgrade. I think the biggest thing was the trust, and honesty of the conversation me and Coach had when he called me.
Okay.
So
excellent. What is the animal you're afraid of?
Animal I'm afraid of. Sharks. And dogs sometimes.
Okay. And during which activity does the time pass the slowest for you?
Which activities time passes? Bus rides, I think. When we're on the bus. Yesterday we were on the bus. It was going by crazy slow. I think.
Okay. Good. Who's the neatest person the neatest player on the team?
Me.
Okay. What is the word that when you hear a coach say, you know you messed up?
On the line.
Okay. If you weren't an athlete, what would you do in your life?
I wasn't an athlete, man. I don't know, man. Maybe if I wasn't an athlete, chef. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's hard.
I say the same thing to Ken, like something to talk about on a long bus ride, right?
Would I be maybe an agent or a coach?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's close enough, right?
Yeah.
What is the celebrity you would like to go for a drink with?
Celebrity I like to go for a drink with. I don't really drink.
Spend some time with.
Man, these are some good questions. Celebrity right now.
Yeah, whatever comes to your mind.
I would say Denzel Washington or Jay-Z.
Okay, good. What are the two things you would first grab if your apartment was on fire? Two things.
I got my wallet and my phones. Oh, and pictures of my family.
Good. What is the product that you would make a storage of, like that you would accumulate if you heard that they are not going to make it anymore?
There's so many, man. I like a lot. I'm a hoarder of so many things that weren't gonna make anymore. I would say a comfy sweatsuit.